Mwangagi has been appointed the first substantive Chief Executive Officer of the Social Health Authority. A seasoned public health expert, Dr. Mwangagi emerged top from a competitive pool of 92 applicants and was among 12 candidates shortlisted for interviews. The former Chief Administrative Secretary at the Ministry of Health takes over at a turbulent time with the government's new medical scheme facing widespread criticism and protests from both healthcare providers and the public. As Emily Chebet now reports, Health Cabinet Secretary Duale has expressed confidence in her ability to steer the authority forward.
The Kenya Kwanza administration under President William Ruto announced the rollout of Social Health Authority last October, a flagship initiative intended to replace the National Health Insurance Fund, which the government said was marred with corruption and inefficiency. 6 months on, the authority finally gets a fully fledged CEO, Dr. Mwangagi, the former Chief Administrative Secretary, who played a role in managing Kenya's COVID-19 response. Health Cabinet Secretary Duale officially announced her appointment, bringing to an end a phase marked by interim leadership at the Social Health Authority. Elijah Wachira, former NHIF CEO, initially oversaw the transition to the new authority in an acting capacity. However, his tenure was short-lived. He was suspended just 2 months in to allow for investigations into his conduct and performance. Robert Ingasira stepped in immediately thereafter, but in an acting capacity. The lack of stable leadership has compounded challenges facing the scheme. Its rollout, system failures, confusion over benefit packages, and mounting dissatisfaction from both service providers and the public. Despite these setbacks, the government has stood by the new scheme, vowing to address the issues and ensure it delivers on its promise of universal health coverage.
Pesa nyingi ambayo ilikuwa inakusanywa na NHIF iliibiwa na matapeli na wakora ambao walikuwa wanajifanya wako na mahospitali. Fake claims, fraudulent claims consumed almost 40% of the money that was being raised by NHIF. Na hiyo haiwezi kufanyika mimi nikiwa rais tena. It will not happen.
The appointment of the former Chief Administrative Secretary comes at a time when millions of shillings owed to facilities in Kenya remain pending. She will oversee the settlement of those claims and fixing the SHA system and other challenges that have been raised by hospitals time and again.
We are watching out as associations of providers for execution of the President's directive. We believe that the President was unambiguous when he said that those claims that were over 10 million shillings should be settled, and he gave an unambiguous timeline for settlement of other claims that are above 10 million shillings. So we are hopeful and we are waiting.
Dr. Mwangagi's job at the authority is clearly cut out, and given public perceptions and experiences about SHA, it will be no easy task. Emily Chebet, Citizen TV.